Hey, what's up guys? SKWalker7779 here with another commentary today, 2 in a row. It's like a new record. But something really hit me today. I was sitting in my class at school, and we got homework about video games, about do violent video games cause violent actions. And I'm like, oh wow, this would really be great to put onto YouTube. So for homework, it's like, do you think violent video games cause violent behavior? Explain why or why not, and all this stuff. So, and my teacher had all these statistics, and I asked her if I could have a printout and a link. So I got one, and maybe in a couple of minutes I will put it up onto the screen and show you. But it's from videogames.procon.org. So videogames.procon.org. And it just has 5 little did you know facts about violent video games, and I'll get to those in a minute or so. But so here's a question. Do you guys think violent video games cause violent behavior? So on the comments down below, tell me if you think yes they do or no they don't. And if you, like, giving you kind of like a homework project what I'm doing, but you don't have to do half a page. That's like the short little description, why or why not. You don't have to, just put yes or no, or if you want to, give me a reason. But so yeah, I mean, I was kind of shocked that we were talking about this, and we got into all this big, deep conversation, and it was really, really interesting on what we read about. So here, I'll put up the words or the printout right now, and if you guys haven't told, I scanned this on the computer. So number 1, sales of video games have more than quadrupled from 1995 to 2008, while the arrest rate for juvenile murders fell 71.9%, and the arrest rate for all juvenile violent crimes declined 49.3% in this same period. Now, that's pretty amazing. So, in the time that sales of video games and violent video games went up 4 times as regular, and in that same time, kids, like the juvenile murders, fell 71.9%, and the total violent crimes for juveniles declined 49%. That's just amazing. That's a pro right there. That's why I put a check mark next to it. And then number 2, talking about like it's a bad thing, it's a con. So the 2008 study Grand Theft Childhood reported that 60% of middle school boys that played at least one mature rated game hit or beat up someone. Now that's kind of stereotype, I would say, but I wouldn't always trust the numbers, and I wouldn't always trust what kids say. I don't even trust what I say half the time. So, and then compared to 39% of boys that did not play mature rated games. And that sentence kind of like throws me off. Like, I don't understand the 39%. I mean, did they beat up someone, or did they not play and not hit anybody? Doesn't make sense. But and then what's that 1% of? It is 60 plus 39 doesn't equal 100. And then right here we got number 3, which is also, I think it's a con, because the people wanted to pass a law. California passed a law in 2005 that would have required violent video games to include an 18 label and criminalized the sale of these games to minors. And that's pretty serious. That's saying if you go into a store and buy a rated M game or a violent game, maybe even like Call of Duty 3 that's rated T, you could probably get charged or probably get arrested for that, just for buying that if you're under 18. And then on June 27th, 2011, U.S. Supreme Court, the Supreme Court of the United States, ruled 7-2. So only 2 people, or however they rationed this, but 7 people voted no, we do not want this law, and 2 voted yes. And this is because that law violated the free speech rights. And sorry about that little thing right there. It says 485 kilobytes. It's just a printout. straight from the website. But you guys can check out that website. The link's up at the top. And then number 4 is also a con for the same kind of reason. Following the controversy of the sexually explicit content in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, New York's Senator Hillary Clinton introduced a bill in 2005 to criminalize selling mature or adults-only rated video games to minors. Now, adults-only, I can understand not selling those to kids, but mature, I don't know. Arguing that video games were a silent epidemic of desensitization. So that's just pretty much saying it's quietly trying to bring you into all that bad violence and sex and all that bad stuff. Or at least I think it's bad. And then Family Entertainment Protection Act was referred to the Senate Committee of Commerce, Science and Transportation, and expired at the end of the 109th Congress without becoming law. So they took too much time on trying to figure out if they should pass it or not, and the law expired. Like, I guess that's how it went. So they ran out of time to pass it as a law, so it expired without becoming a law. And then number 5 is a pro, because it shows that video games don't really encourage violence. So in 2008, 298.2 million video games were sold in the US. That's a lot of video games, totaling 11.7 billion in revenue. If all those games cost the same, that'd be, I don't know, maybe $40. 6 of the top 10 best-selling video games included violence. That's a lot. And then, with 4 of the games carrying a mature rating recommended for persons aged 17 and older. Now, those are some big, that's a lot of games into a top 10. 6 games had violence, and 4 of the games, maybe they didn't have violence, but something else, but they had mature, and they were in the top 10 of the year. That is crazy. That is like, that's just crazy. So I know most of you guys probably just sped through this, and I probably myself would cut this off. I'd probably speed through it if I was listening to it myself. But if you wanted to hear my opinions, I guess you guys would want to listen. But you guys can totally already read it on the screen. But yeah, so just share your opinion on the comments down below. Tell me yes or no. Give me a reason why. And just like this video. And please subscribe, guys. I mean, I'm almost to my 20. And you know what that means. I'm giving you a special treat. So I will see you guys later. Peace out.